The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Queen's Gambit, the World of Darkness thing where I'm just, doing some crazy shit with some werewolves. So you all know me. I'm Judy Von Esch. Archie, start us off, please.
I am Antera, and I will be playing Archie Vaughn of the Bone Gnawers tonight.
Hey, everyone. I'm Glaciate, and I'll be playing Lucius of the Child of Gaia.
Hi, guys. I am Jenna Thieves, and I will be playing Maya Hahn of the Silent Striders.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Lee Bayar, and I will be playing Sean Putanesca of the Glasswalkers.
Hello, I am Callie Salvo, and I will be playing Caleb Stratham of the Glasswalkers.
Last week on Werewolf, Where the Fuck Are We Going? We had a part of our cast here, and then we had a Will come in as our Bassett, and they took this wonderful trip through the Umbra, through part of Milwaukee to save the girls, and through their cunning wit and guile, they managed to get the two cages that held both women inside. They did manage to get them into that little boardroom that they had started off with, where they hid like 3 carts of half alive, half dead. It's that half alive, half dead thing of humans that are in hospital gowns or ripped up clothing, things like that. And as they are all coming together, who's broken up the cages? May I ask?
Lucius most likely is starting to tear them up because it's the least tiring for him.
Caleb could be using intrusion to try and get into them.
Okay. And as you break open the first one, I'm going to have Maya, you are injured. You have been healing your wounds, as all werewolves can. You are slowly coming back into conscious now. And you're going to see Lucius and Caleb prying open the bars to get you out. Now I'll let you guys take it over from here for a moment.
You feel Archie slapping your face a little bit.
First conscious thought is just taking a wild swing.
Perfect.
Catching nothing but air. But we're swinging.
Lucius looks at that and goes, "Good reflexes."
Oh, you're so loud. You're so loud.
Reflexes.
Good job, Lucius.
Wait,
Hey, Maya.
what are you guys doing here?
We came looking for you.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
You were captured by a couple packs of black spiral dancers.
No, don't be so shy. It wasn't a couple, more like 100.
Mm.
No, I know that, but why are you here?
You're part
Your
of our
pack.
pack.
You're
He saved you.
part of the pack.
No.
You drank the Malort. You don't get to say no. You're not part of the pack.
It's legally binding.
Mm-hmm.
And ask how. Like, with relatives easily.
Okay.
You're okay. You're relatively safe right now for
Fine.
safe in the Umbra standards.
Oh,
Breathe.
breathing.
We you didn't mess up anything. We found your back, and we also recovered the totem part that you found.
What do you mean I didn't mess up anything? We failed. You had to
No,
come
we
get
didn't.
us.
You're fine.
We're
here. We were going to be here anyway.
And we have the mission, and we got one part of four, five, six. How many?
5.
We don't fail until we stop trying or time runs out.
Yeah, we kind of like had a rough start, but that's not a problem.
Maya's gonna like ooze out of the cage just to get out of it. Immediately looking around to see if any of them are hurt.
Sean is completely uninjured, though he has a gun still against the side of what's her name, Junie?
Oh, sorry, Peggy. I had
Peggy.
to think for a moment.
Yeah. Sean's standing there in Krino's form with a human hand, just with a gun right in Peggy's side.
Peggy's just standing there letting you just do the thing. And she just
Peggy,
smiles away.
Peggy, why are you here? Why are you here?
Distraction?
Yeah.
She was good at it.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Damn good.
You can put the gun away.
I suppose.
Thank you.
He doesn't put it away, but he stops pointing it at her.
It's okay. I love running around chasing, having BSCs chase after me. It's fun. Keeps me spry.
There's a portal out there. We figured we could send these prospective sacrifices back out through with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I've always wanted to play with portals.
We don't know what's on the other side of the portal. We didn't look, so you may have to do some more distracting.
Oh, no. Whatever shall I do?
Honestly, whatever's over there is going to be more worried about Peggy.
Do you want to open up the other one? I don't know if she needs to. Do you need to knock the other one about too?
Oh,
or?
yeah, we should open the other
one at a time,
Sarah.
though.
Yeah, and Lucius is going to try and open it as well.
Caleb will as well, same as last time.
Sean
awake.
remembers
She's gonna be
how
pissed off.
strong Sarah was in the, practice combat and decides to let Lucius go first because he remembers that Lucius took a punch really well.
Yes. If she's awake, she's going to be pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
And as you move and rip it open, her body lays there unconscious.
Lucius goes there. Sarah, wake up. Archie?
What would go with
Yeah.
medicine?
No, I don't like
I
that
have
tone.
two in medicine.
It would be perception and medicine. Are you looking at that or intelligence?
Just trying to look and see if anything obvious.
Perception.
Can I do that test as well?
Sure,
Okay.
absolutely.
Got 3 on that.
Telling you not to roll dice.
Since y'all are doing that as a group, can they add the +1 from supporter merit?
Absolutely. We
Okay.
are going to work
So-
+1 die to each of you.
Oh, okay. Jesus. I
Yes, my
save
son.
the good rolls for later.
Same.
6 successes -1 for one. So 5 successes.
Oh, mine is only 1 success. Mine are literally being saved for later.
So Lucius, she's laying there unconscious. Caleb, you notice that she's not drawing breath. Her chest is not going up and down.
Fuck. Caleb will go down, lean down, and put his ear to her chest, trying to see if he can hear anything.
Don't do that. Don't.
Nothing.
Caleb?
do that.
Guys, I don't have any.
Stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop.
Does anyone have anything that gifts wise? I don't.
Archie,
I can heal the living.
I
So you
don't
can
think that'll
heal
work
him.
here.
It's fine.
Shit.
Sean turns around and punches the wall, still in Krino's form.
Archie, if you want to try Mother's Touch, you're more than welcome to.
I will try. It's empathy and intelligence.
Yes, it is.
Lucius is
3.
going to move out of the way.
Not only do you attempt Mother's Touch on her body, you're a third. And as you put your hands over and as you let your gift wash over her body, you actually feel her soul disconnect from her body, and you see it.
Oh,
Small
shit.
smile, tear coming down her cheek, quiet whisper of, she's alive and safe. I did my job. Thank you. And you slowly see her go towards the portal to leave.
Archie, say
You've
something.
released her.
She's gone.
Say something else. Say
She's
something
glad
else.
she's glad you're safe. That was her job. She did it.
Maya. Maya, what was your worst failure?
Letting my pack die.
I need you to roll a rage, please and thank you. Eagle reaches out to Maya as Archie can see the totem glow. Sees it touch against Maya's cheek for a moment. What's your difficulty?
8.
And you got 3 successes. You are able to keep yourself in check for the moment.
That was not a job. That was not any of your job.
You know, Sarah, not like you could tell her to do anything.
He
She didn't even
decided to
tell
do
us she ran
this.
off.
She is a good warrior of Gaia. You could tell her to do whatever you wanted.
She didn't even tell us she was going. She saw you in danger and left.
Same as we would do. Same as we
Don't.
did.
And now what? We're like in the middle of a mountain of fucking bodies. One of it is dead. That's what you get.
Lucius is
Following
going to
after
Maya,
me.
and he's going to place a hand on her shoulder.
Don't touch me.
You are going to listen. We are not in this alone.
I should
I-
be.
Should you? Then why are you in a pack? Why did the spirit of the owl accept you? The spirit of your tribe.
I was just doing what I was told.
And we shall do what we are told. We are going to find the totem, and we are going to succeed at the mission, and we are going to give Sarah an honorable burial.
You're all going
As
to die
it's-
and leave me behind.
If
We will do our
die,
duty.
we do it because it's our choice. None of us is obligated to be here, and it is not your responsibility to guarantee your safety. Actually, it's the responsibility of the whole pack to accomplish the mission.
There's a difference between keeping you safe and leading you into danger, and like
We knew
One of them
what
I
we
did.
signed for. I volunteered.
I volunteered.
I was voluntold, but I'm happy to be here.
They told me to
I've
run
been
amok.
voluntold for worse things.
Damn it, Peggy.
Maya, the spirits of justice do not let me be unfair. and you are being fair with yourself. You should not put the weight of the world on top of your shoulders.
I couldn't
It is
handle the
much
world.
too-
I barely handle myself.
Exactly. It's much too heavy. So do not put, never put others' fate on yourself. You are only doing it as you're told, and you're only doing your job. What others choose to do, especially what the others choose to do to you and for you, it's their choice.
Maya, whatever duty, and I'm not saying there was, but whatever duty you may have had to Sarah in this instance, so did we all. Any guilt you feel, we feel it too, because we had the same responsibilities. So anything you're trying to put on yourself, it's shared between us all, because that's what it means to be pack.
Not wrong. I got a flask of some whiskey. Does anyone want some? I think you need some. Janelle screwed on typing off her a flask to Maya. Just
Takes
a
it.
shot.
Immediately.
I'll take care of all this because distraction and I could just floof around. It's fine. But you guys have a bigger job.
Yep. Yes.
Though I don't understand what all of these things on these desks are for. They're all paperwork. I've been looking at them and I can't really read them. And they got binders here too.
It's bureaucracy.
Caleb is going to investigate that.
Sure.
Let me see here. That be perception or intelligence?
No, perception because you're looking more so than
Okay, so that's
using your mind.
No. Maya will also just turn and stare at a binder, because why not?
That's 8 dice.
Staring at binders is fine, no problem.
Fine. We're looking at
6.
something different
Absolutely.
than the people who are about to get killed. It's fine.
No, killing people. It's a thing I do daily.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Would my specialty? Well, no. If it's perception, uncanny instincts, does that apply?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so that 10 goes wild. That's another 10. Okay, there we go. So 5.
5, you notice with these binders, you remember your drive bringing up the Green Initiative in corporate America?
Yes.
That drive right now is being slapped in the face because now you are reading exactly what Pentex is going to be doing to your beloved actual home where you lived, where you came from in California. They're doing a horrible thing with dumping in sites, polluting the ground, polluting most of your surfing areas because God forbid, not to mention you actually come across some things with makeshift plans of not only trying to engage the Rokia, because we all know where sharks have to be a thing, but at the same point, they're looking at getting closer to where your Kern back at home and looking to pollute it and bring the spiral in. I need you to give me a rage check, please. But wait for this one.
We have to start the drinking game for this.
Let's see here. And it's the number, it's permanent or temporary rage or permanent rage for
It's
number
your
30?
permanent rage right now.
Permanent rage right now. Okay.
And you get a +2 to your difficulty, so you have to be an 8.
8. Only 1, but it's a 10.
Okay. That's fine. You do not go into rage.
These These bastards.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah. I can't. Everything I've tried to do with my work, with the human side of things, and these don't have time right now. I don't have time. If we get this done,
We're good at grudges.
we need to come back here and tear this thing down.
Sounds good.
You have my help.
Let's go. Can't.
You meant to say when we succeed.
Peggy, please. We worked hard to save these carts of people. I hope that they can be safe on the other side. Please take care of them so we can go do what we have to do.
Yeah, do you guys all need a shot before you leave? Because I think shots all around. I think you all needed kind of like, I didn't bring Malort. I'm sorry, Sean.
Sean just takes the flask and just swigs it before passing it to Archie.
Archie swigs, passes it on to Lucius.
Lucius also takes a swig and passes it back to Peg.
And Caleb will take it. If it didn't come to Caleb, he does take a
Peggy
swig.
will make sure she
Oh,
gets you
yes.
this way.
He seemed busy.
Okay, well, I will do the thing I'm not going to say I'm going to do, but I'll make sure these carts get there. Do you want me to take one of those bindery things? I promise not to read it because it just too many pictures, and then I want to turn around and then color in the things and then make, pie colored shapes and stuff.
Caleb will start stacking anything that looks like usable intelligence on top of the bodies that are on the carts.
And you can take
good.
Sarah too, right?
Movable word. Yeah, she said she was going to take Sarah, but she wasn't going to mention it because Maya's right there, and she doesn't want Maya to be even feeling worse than what she is right now.
Archie doesn't have social stats.
As any third would. Okay, good to know. So Peggy will kind of quietly, make sure that she starts to gather Sarah's body with putting it on others, but with making sure that she's trying to not have Maya see. So you guys are going out to do the things, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sean just kind of moves in between Maya and Sarah's body so that she can't see it anymore.
I'll let the alpha
And if
know
need
you
be, I'll
guys-
roll manipulation and subterfuge so that Maya doesn't notice.
Maya, are you looking?
I feel like that might be something she notices.
Cool.
Okay,
Misdirection
cool.
specialty go.
Give me perception and alertness, Maya, and Sean, do the thing that you do.
Mm-hmm.
With the voodoo, you do so well.
Would this be considered lying?
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Cool.
And about
How
to
do you
roll
feel,
15
y'all?
dice.
You're not wrong. How many?
7 successes.
Nice.
Maya, you don't see shit.
He is just naturally moving in a certain place for no reason.
Mhm.
Yes, yes.
Absolutely. And Peggy kind of quietly gets Sarah's body up and gently hides it. Oh, look at binders. Stuff on top of body.
And-
All right. We should start going and looking for
yeah.
the next pieces of the totem.
Caleb will
Yes.
pull out the totem part that we have and see if there's any.
Archie has it, but if you want it,
sorry,
yeah.
did you have it?
I
I
have it.
forgot. I knew I picked it up, but I didn't remember who ended up with it. Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah. Is there anything we can tell from that piece that points to any of the other pieces? I don't know how this works.
Well, there's two options. I have a right that I could use to potentially locate another piece or all the pieces, or I could try talking to it. I mean, Eagle's pretty strong. This is a piece, and it's still very, very powerful.
Assuming it wants to be found.
Yeah.
You are our Theurge. Whatever you feel best.
All
This
right.
seems your area.
It's your call.
I will. Oh, that's not it. I will try the right of the questing stone.
Okay.
While he's doing that, Sean takes the carts and starts moving them to the portal.
Lucius is gonna help.
Caleb will stay here with Maya and Archie.
Peggy is doing the thing.
Especially so Maya doesn't feel like she needs to move on with Sean and Lucius.
Not wrong.
Just
Okay,
says this is the one that just says standard roll, and I didn't know what it meant last time. So
Fine.
assuming
Standard
ritual,
roll is wits. It's wits. Blah, 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 blah. It's wits and ritual, and the difficulty is 7.
it's 8. And does my mystic specialization count?
Sure, why not?
6, 7, 8, 9.
9 dice. That should work, right? Yes.
5.
As you are doing this right, you have this need to actually walk outside onto the other side of this room, wall, whatever. That's the way that you came in. The questing stone with 5 successes, you're able to see almost like a dotted landscape of this hellhole that's called or was called Milwaukee through the Umbra. And you will see scattered almost like a 3D chessboard, 4 pieces. They are not around you. You're going to be walking for a bit. But at the same time, one's here, one's high up in some dilapidated skyscraper. Another one could be off between one building and a taller building. They're all over the place, but you can see them. You can see the glowing gold of it.
Okay.
But the thing is, you can also see the spirits as you're doing this.
Mhm.
They're not happy. The Yuktana spirits are very pissed off right now, angry, guarding these stones like they're the most precious gift ever. They're guarding them, and you're going to have to deal with them too.
Is it manifestations of like eagle spirit, or is it others that just kind of got drawn in and are protecting it?
It's more protecting, but you can believe that they are with the eagle spirit on this.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for Sean to get back and talk to everybody.
Yeah. Sean comes back after dropping the carts off by the portal.
Lucius does the same.
Caleb will briefly remember that he doesn't like heights as he thinks about and says out loud, maybe someone should get up high and see if we can see patrols as well, if there's a safe place. 'Cause I assume there's still other people hanging around, or has that cleared after we attack the tower?
Well, before we scout, I found the other pieces. They are nowhere near us. We're gonna it's a hike, and not all of them are on ground level. Some are up tall, up in a skyscraper, similar to where we found the ladies. Others, it's tough to say from where we are. I can tell you with 100% certainty that they are guarded with spirits associated. My gut tells me they're eagle spirits, but we know how powerful these totems are. It could have drawn in anything. So yeah.
For one, that's reassuring. If they were under the spiral guardship, we would have problems.
Well, yes and no. If they were, that would at least give us a clear path. These are just angry spirits, from what I could tell.
I understand they're all far away. Is any particular one closer? that we can go to first?
Storyteller, do we know what? Can I get how is distance with that kind of right? Like, can I tell which one is righter? Maybe.
You know that the closest one will be about a 8-9 block jump.
Okay.
South.
Okay.
From where you're at.
Oh, so we got to head back into the. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's all scattered in the city, not the outskirts where you're at.
Yeah. So the closest one is about 8 blocks south, back in the city.
Like, if we can find them, the Black Spirals can find them too.
100%.
So
There's a reason the spirits are there.
maybe we don't go to the next most logical one first.
True.
You're saying that we
Very
should
good.
go to the hardest one to get first.
The furthest one from here.
If we're fast, maybe
No.
it'll take a while for them to catch up.
A thought.
Mhm.
I see where you're coming from, but that would make sense if we were planning to, at the end of things, get back here. We didn't start here. We should probably, if we're going to do farthest first, let's do furthest from where we need to go, where we need to end up at the end, so that we can get back. Or
No, that makes sense.
It's
If you
the
guys
biggest
want.
roundabout.
I can make sure that there's a portal waiting for you for like at the end of the city on the west side if it's easy.
That would work.
sounds like a plan.
That would help us. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Just make sure who's got a mirror?
I mean, Archie.
Sean
Assuming
reaches into
competence,
his
I've got
pocket
one
and
in
takes out a
somewhere.
mirror.
So
Look at that. Both of the glasswalkers.
I will turn around and put an X. You guys just someone stand there, flash a mirror, and I'll be on the other side and we'll just start to doing the thing. I can't do what the kitty cat did. I mean, he was a nice kitty cat, but I can't do that. Remind me
Kitty
to
cat?
send him catnip. Yeah, there was a kitty cat. It was so cool to watch.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
It's the best
yes,
bet.
it was. Yeah, I
Oh.
gave it a piece.
Yes.
He did it.
Mhm.
It was so
Like-
cool to watch.
Like, they asked for that?
Yes.
They helped bring us to
It
where
was a
you
whole
girls
thing.
were.
Yep.
Yeah, he could not fly, so it was required.
What did he want?
Oh,
For the
they
help.
saw what happened with you, and so they went to inform the Karn. They were away that we found you.
He led
And-
them to you.
And he
So
left.
you might
like
owe
in
him a
blink.
favor at some point.
I think I'm going to need to move, actually.
It's okay. He was a cheetah. It was fun. Seeing a grown cheetah just look up and go uppies. It was perfect. I will now have to draw it and immortalize it in macaroni. It'll be fine.
I look forward to
Wow.
seeing that.
Okay, I'm gonna go do the things. You guys
Yep.
do the things. Meet up
Mhm.
later. Do we all want hugs or fist bumps or handshakes?
Fist bumps.
I'll save the celebration for actually celebrating
Okay.
something. Oh, we're
Well-
doing fist bumps. Okay.
Sean reaches out and gives her a fist bump.
Maya, I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Okay.
And she will floof off to saving those that need to be saved, take care of the paperwork, and to gently remove Sarah's body.
So the eastmost, then,
Yep.
if we're working our way west.
Okay.
Lead the way, Archie.
All right. Let's go.
The east one is on one of the very, very, very tops of what looks like a whole increpid skyscraper. Just so Archie knows where he's going to be leading everyone.
Okay. So this one's on top of a skyscraper.
More flying.
Hopefully not fortified.
Hey, Caleb.
Yep. Let's see here.
When you take a phobia for a flaw,
Yeah.
That's all of
Willpower
them.
roll. What's diff 6, right?
I believe so.
Oh gosh,
So as
they
we,
all rolled around.
as we find out Caleb is going to fly or not, are you all starting to just lift off?
4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're struggling a little bit. You're having that I'm getting sick and queasy moment as you're thinking, I gotta fly again.
Just keep your eyes closed, Caleb. Hold on to
You
our
can
shoulder.
I don't think I can close my eyes and fly safely, but I will look at the horizon.
You can
There
hold
you
on to
go.
one of
Yep.
us.
I can
I'm-
always give you a piece.
Yes, puppies are always an
Mm.
option.
As I take off, I'm going to use silence, which just increases the difficulty for other people to hear me.
Mhm.
Okay.
For a scene, and I got 3 successes on that.
I'm going to follow Maya because I have a good idea of what floor it's on, probably, or roundabouts, which where it is. So
It's one of the top floors, and we're talking between 80th and 85th floor.
penthouse. All right, penthouse, guys, and I'll take off.
Yep. Caleb kind of
As-
stays in the middle.
As you guys start to ascend up into the air and you see the massive amount of chaos that you've created at this tower, the tower has started to break down a bit. Parts of it has fallen as you guys were doing your rescuing. Maya, you see this tower. It's almost like if 4 skyscrapers decided to make themselves the eyes of Sauron by putting different, different colored Lego pieces together of skyscrapers. And then you see all of the BSDs and some Nexus crawlers that may or may not have been human at one point, crawling around looking for you. Because of the silence, they can't hear you, and they're not looking upwards because what werewolf can fly?
Sean uses mind speak
Mhm.
to get everyone into where we can communicate without having to say anything, because not all of us have silence like Maya does.
It's werewolf teams chat.
Hmm.
In your mind.
Ping.
And as you
What?
guys go higher and higher, you start to see and going more back into the city. Maya, you're actually seeing what they have seen last Friday. A dilapidated, destructive city that used to be Milwaukee. The worm has totally completely corrupted the city. You can see now the teams, the packs of roaming people around here. You're seeing the worm corrupting everything it touches. You see the spirits, and some spirits are visible, even to you, even to a Ragabash. And you're seeing they're angry and pissed off. This is the hellscape you were in, and you're lucky that you've lived. This is something I don't think you ever thought you'd see or live through, and you have lived. That weight in your heart's a little bit heavier, but at the same time, you survived, as all werewolves should do. I'm going to give the cast a bit to talk about things as you are heading more and more up and further east to this skyscraper.
I'm guessing everything down there knows we're here.
They do. Yes.
They know that we're somewhere in the city.
Right.
We snuck around a lot of them.
Also,
Kind of had to go loud to get into the tower.
Mm-hmm. And if one tries, I believe we have the advantage.
Correct.
Well,
And
I guess that's pretty impressive, guys.
thank you. We tried our best. Oh, and speaking of which, as we get close to the place, do allow me to get the front. I can take a lot more damage than I. No, I actually seem to be that beefy. Yes, I can take a lot of damage, so I can protect y'all better.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. Speaking of, are we calling my damage all healed, or am I still carrying some?
I would say you're carrying some, but you're by this time you're injured. It's not going to be any dice difficulty at this point.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming you've been healing.
We forgot to ask one thing at the beginning, though.
Go for it.
Caleb's had 1 egg, I think, from last time.
I did. I think
That's
I
fair.
thought we said I could heal
Heal
it.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
heal it when you guys got back to the thing, so he's good.
Okay.
Once you're no longer in combat, all damage heals pretty fast for werewolves. As
And
long as it
being
wasn't done
Maya's-
by silver or fire or acid.
And none of you guys were silver, fire, or acid at the moment, so. As you guys get closer, Caleb, you see that glowing. This is not the same glow that you saw at the other building, the trap that you noticed. This is more of that golden, rich golden tone. And as you get up to the 85th floor, Caleb, how you feeling?
Taking deep breaths.
Give me that willpower roll,
Roll
please.
again. Yep.
As you're rolling, you guys land on the 85th floor. It looks like a huge ass cannonball went right through the middle of it. Wind is ripping through. This looks like another boardroom, actually, / meeting room. Yes, Caleb.
3.
Oh, good. Still queasy, even more so. Almost trying not to throw up.
Caleb, you
That
good?
vertigo's kicking in.
Heights are not my favorite thing. I come from LA. We don't really have much of a. We do have a downtown area, but I've never had jobs there. Mostly I'm out in the areas around LA where it's all 2-3 story buildings. You don't build tall buildings where there's that many earthquakes.
Fair.
Yeah,
Just look inside the building.
that's not that far off. It's fine.
Yes, let me get my feet on the ground, but Lucius, I'll let you go first.
Don't worry. And Lucius indeed goes first.
Okay. I'll follow behind and kind of point out where I think we should be going.
When you point out where you believe it's going, it's not that hard. You see nests. It's almost like it's supposed to be here. The glowing part is actually within what looks like a nest of computer parts. It looks like somebody took computers and broke them apart. There's a motherboard here, and there's a keyboard here, and there's a monitor that's laying flat, but the screen's broken. And then there's cloth. You don't want to know where the cloth came from. Some of it looks like drapes. Oh, look there's a tie. It looks kind of like Sean's. But wait, there's a ripped up coat. And then, there's a server base here. How the server base got here, we don't know. We don't ask. And it's several different nests up here, but there's one big one. And it looks like the glowing part is right in the center underneath all of this.
I gotta say, as a bonar, I unironically appreciate using the urban setting to build the nature setting. And so I'm gonna walk towards it, but I'm definitely gonna spend some time walking around the other nests and just appreciating how nature finds a way, even in a city, even in the Umbra.
I'm going to look around and just kind of have the thought of, yeah, this is probably all too damaged, but if anything wasn't, I might be able to grab it and take it back and sell it.
Lucius is gonna accompany Archie, but he's very attentive to the surroundings, so they are not surprised.
Yeah, I'm
Junie?
definitely.
Can I look around and check for traps or
Sure.
ambushes or something?
Give me a perception and wits. Yes, Sean.
Can I use either perception or wits and either enigmas or occult to see if there's anything significant about these nests?
Absolutely.
6.
And you're rolling for, I'm sorry, go ahead and hit me again with it, Maya. You're rolling perception and
I did perception alertness for like traps or ambushes or anyone hiding.
the traps aren't there. The hiding, there are some spirits that are gentle, but you can't see them exactly. You see certain objects like a little piece of keyboarding moving because it's frightened, or you see a chair that's been long since abandoned just whoosh around in a circle, trying to like distract people so that they can get away because they don't know what you're doing here. The last time they tried and saw anyone close to being you guys hurt them or harm them, Archie, you're seeing this thing come a buzz. And some of them are actually close to Maya, but they don't touch her because they're swirling around looking at her, judging her, seeing if she's going to do anything or not. And Sean, what did you get?
5 on perception and occult.
And you're looking for specifically anything in particular or just general?
Is there significance to the layout, any mystical traps or anything like that?
There are no traps, again, like with Maya. But this floor is supposed to be protected. And now 5 Guru just came up out of nowhere. Didn't use the stairs. They're confused. They don't understand what you've just done.
Hey, little guys, it's fine. We're just here to pick
Yep.
something up.
Yep, just turn around, guys. They are just curious. We showed up in their house unattended without using the stairs.
Perception,
Not normal for them.
perception investigation. See if I can figure out how anything got here. If there's any signs of like where they came from, how they got here.
Sure. As you guys are going through that, I'm not even going to make y'all do perception and alertness. You do hear flapping. And I'm not talking the small flaps. I'm talking big flap, like something big is coming towards you.
We
And what'd you
have
get, Caleb?
incoming.
Sean's
3.
looking around. He's still in Krino's form, still has his gun in the one hand that's human.
As
Grab
you
and go.
We'll
as
look
Caleb
out,
is
yeah.
turning around and looking at stuff, you're seeing things not from this specific building here. You will see different parts of other buildings being put into this. I mean, the server room clearly is not found on the 85th floor.
Guys,
Hmm?
what kind of spirit would be gathering things and bringing them into one place? Maybe things they might think of as treasure or shiny.
A raven?
Crows.
A magpie? Crow?
We should grab
dragon?
the thing and go.
All right. Let's see.
Don't want to anger it or them.
I don't know if we have any say in that.
If we're fast enough, it doesn't matter.
Then grab and go.
Grab and
Let's
go.
go.
As you go to the main one, you do see it's in there. You're going to have to dig, Archie.
Yep. I'll take my
give
time.
me-
Yeah. I don't want to destroy the nest too much, but I'll see if I can get to it.
Strike an
Caleb.
axe.
Caleb will stand guard somewhere near Archie, like looking out because he's obviously distracted looking in and digging.
Now I'm going to help sort through stuff to try to get to it faster.
Sean
Lucius
has
is
not
going-
moved since he landed. He's looking where the flapping is coming from.
Lucius is going to be on the top of the thing, kind of to hide both of the packmates that are digging through stuff in war form, so he calls as much attention as possible to himself.
That's fantastic. I love this. And as you all are doing this, Archie, you hear the screech, the cry. You do know you've gotten the attention of Eagle.
Eagle
And-
is here.
Your packmates do not see this, but you do. You do see this large, I'm not talking, a usual size of an eagle. I'm talking at best, this is a 9-foot, 10-foot tall spirit of an eagle landing, and it's close to Maya, and it's gripped on to the ground. You could see why bits of the ground are torn up. Bits of the pieces of things. And it looks over Maya for a moment, looks over at Lucius, almost gauging just which one is worthy enough for them to even acknowledge before locking eyes with you.
Because I'm the only one looking at it.
Yep. The urge, everyone.
Someone take it next time. Maya, just stay still for a second.
Stays immediately still.
Caleb, you keep being you. Caleb. Lucius, you keep being you.
Roger.
Full disclosure, Eagle is directly behind Maya.
Okay.
Well, do your theurge thing.
But what is behind
Well, there's a
Maya? What does he look like?
There is a 9-foot tall spirit eagle right behind Maya.
A 9-foot eagle. Ooh.
Yeah.
Where's Gandalf?
We're just trying to help.
Where's Gandalf? He talks to the eagles.
Let's not disturb Archie.
I'm going to make sure I have the first piece in my hand. Do I have the second piece yet? Or are they still?
You were digging for it.
And we haven't found it yet.
Yeah, you were digging for it in the nest. Eagles caught you in the middle of doing that.
Okay. Eagle. Hands up.
Archie Vaughn of the Bonar.
I was not expecting that.
Why were you not expecting things like that, the urge?
I don't spend a lot of time over here, and you've been gone a while.
You haven't come calling. You haven't come visited.
It's true.
Aren't you to be the one who comes to talk to us?
It's true, and I'm sorry.
You should have been here earlier. Your line should have been here earlier.
It's true. We're not, but we are now.
So what have you come here for? Digging in, and looks over to the nest. Digging in my nest.
You came here to find the scattered pieces of your totem to put it back together.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
What?
Yes. You're trying to put your totem back together.
After how many years? Hundreds? Being lost to you all and ignored?
It's not fair. I get it.
He gets down close to you, almost beak to your nose.
No, I'm not moving.
You, unable to cleanse a spirit and it died. What makes you worthy of getting my totem?
That was a long time ago.
And yet, here you are.
Archie's going to crack his neck a little bit. That kind of got him.
You might want to roll a rage for me. Please and thank you.
All right.
Let's see if you don't rage in front of a spirit.
Oh, that'd just be fan-fucking-tastic.
Roll about the
See, so I am Crescent. So that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
2 successes.
You do not rage. But that stung.
I am not happy about that, but Eagle is right. You know what? You're right.
Of course
Failed.
I'm not. You
Failed
did.
back then. I'm not going to fail now. We're not going to fail now.
What assurances are you going to give me that you're not going to fail? You've already lost one.
Well, I'd say I'd give you my word, but that doesn't hold probably much water with you.
No,
May
it
I-
doesn't. You let one of my people die.
It's true. It's true. It's true. But if you would, please, my friend Lucius here. He is attuned with the spirits of justice. Lying is not something we're going to do lightly.
He's a menace. He isn't
is.
even welcomed in your own culture.
He has earned a place with us.
In your sept or your pack, there's a difference.
Well, yes, there is a difference with our pack. I can't speak for the Sept, but the Alpha accepts him.
What about these two? And he'll move his head over to the Glasswalker twins.
Mm-hmm.
This one, and the spirit will move its beak towards Caleb, does nothing more than surf and do freeloading work. He doesn't even work hard. This one, over to Sean, I can smell the worm taint from here. Half of his family's corrupted.
Point of order. You
Yes.
can't smell the worm taint on Sean because he has
Spirit.
scent of man and resistance to worm emanations.
That's fine.
So he does not
Spirit.
have any spirit, any scent of the worm on him.
I can smell at least something on him. There you go. But he'll go, I know his family. His family's enough worm tainted. There you go. That he's corrupted as well. What guarantees those two to work?
What?
And you don't even have me as your totem. You have the owl.
It's true. We met, we discussed. Owl seemed a logical choice for this quest.
Why?
Well, I mean, to not be tongue-in-cheek, no one expects a flying werewolf.
Fine.
And
If you get all these pieces for me, I'll consider letting you know where the fifth one is.
okay. Again, you have our word. This is our quest. We will find the pieces.
You've already lost one. Are you willing to kill and die for the rest? I must know.
I volunteered. We're all warriors of Gaia.
Volunteered for this?
Yes. I mean, what happened to you was long before my time, but I'm here now.
What happened to me was long before your time, but not your people's time.
True. True.
We
I-
never forget.
Oh.
Walks over to the nest,
I back out.
puts its claw into it, comes out, and everyone can see this almost like amber rock floating up into the air. And it's literally floating over to Archie as Archie sees the eagle's talons going towards you to offer you the piece.
Right. If I hold up the other piece, do they connect automatically, or do they?
No, they do not connect automatically.
Okay.
But you do see where it was broken and how
Gotcha.
they could be put back together.
Okay. Well, I'll hold out my hands for it.
And it will drop the piece into your hands.
Thank you, Eagle. Thank you for trusting us.
You have one chance at this.
We understand.
I hope so. Because it's been a bitch for the past 200 years trying to handle this.
So
These
can I
four
move now?
can't.
Nope.
Okay.
They don't know what they're doing, do they?
Nope.
Good luck with your tennis spirits. They're my centuries. This place is too filthy for even me to handle it at times.
Thank you for the warning.
You will be facing, each one of you, certain challenges. I have to make sure you're worthy of everything, right?
Understood.
So I see with this group you've assembled, you're working together. I haven't seen any infighting yet. You can't work as a group. It's off. Make sure they know this.
I understand. And I will.
It backs up slowly and lets itself kind of fall before soaring away.
She takes a second and then exhales.
Archie,
Oh boy. Well,
if from what you said, it didn't sound like he was happy with us.
that's
Can
going to
we
go in the
move?
understatement column on one of your spreadsheets. Yeah, he's been split up for like 200 years and he is awful pissed off.
Can we move?
Oh yeah, he's gone. He left. He flew on.
Okay.
Lucius gets down.
So let's go pick up the second piece then, or the third piece then.
Before we do that, Archie,
Mhm.
you're the theurge. You know this better than me. Is it better to have one person carrying all 5 pieces, or we have 5 people? Should we spread it around? I don't know what proximity does.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't often deal with broken totems like this, but from what I know about other things like our fetishes and our glaives and those sort of things, they don't like being broken, and they will naturally gravitate towards each other. The pieces.
Then you carry them.
That's fine. It wouldn't. I don't know that it would matter if it was split up with us 5 since we're so close to each other. But just understand, Utkenna's spirits are protecting the other pieces.
And
Fantastic.
Eagle said it was totally cool to get the other pieces, right?
Oh, yeah, except that he's going to test each of us before we can get them.
Yeah, so it's
course.
totally cool, but not cool yet.
Oh, yeah, if he decides we're not worthy, then this quest is.
Because the totems never care about whether or not Guy is dying. They just care about their stupid pride.
Before we continue this line of thought, what defines worthy to this spirit that we very much want to keep happy?
I didn't. Sorry.
It's
What
eagle,
can we do to
so
keep the eagle happy?
working together.
So he's not sold on us.
Yeah.
He had a lot to say
either.
about you all. Glasswalkers. Not you, Mike, actually. He was actually pretty quiet about you. He didn't care for the medicine the team in the back.
Rude.
But I told him, he heard me. We accept you. That's, as far as I'm concerned,
you.
that's all that matters. He's not sure why the Glasswalkers are here. He thinks Caleb has an easy job and doesn't work all day. And, well, he's awful concerned about Sean's family.
He can join the club.
He can smell the malort.
These days, my job is a lot of planning, but before I got to this level, it wasn't.
Right. So just, we have to be ready to face what comes as a pack. He's going to test us as a pack, and we have to succeed as a pack, or he's not going to accept it, regardless of our intentions of putting him back together.
You said as a pack 3 times. Does that sound like we have to be extra cooperative?
Yeah, I mean, he knows what we've done so far, and that gave him, I'm not going to say hope, but there was some promise in there. So Yeah, we keep doing what we're doing, what we trained for, what we practice for. And we should be okay, but it doesn't mean it's going to be easy.
Caleb's going to walk over towards the opening we came into and just look at the rest of the pack and say, okay, guys, brace me. If we have to keep going, let's keep going.
Let's go.
All right.
Are you
Yeah,
really
good luck to
refusing
us.
the? Yeah.
All right. Find the
Again,
next.
Caleb, if you want uppies,
I haven't hit that pad yet, but I will let you know.
Okay. You would just fly
Delicious
above
those.
one of us in case you decide to plummet.
I will stay in the middle of the group.
So let's take a look, go back to the ledge and see if I can see where the next one is around boats.
Okay, I didn't want to pull Ben. As you look over the edge, you see now you can actually see all of Milwaukee, even past Milwaukee, to the point where you're like, oh, that's the pond over there. As you are looking across all that, you do see on the south, close to the water, looks like might have been, almost like mislided into a small building that went down into part of the lake, which we all know no one wants to go into the lake, but it's there. You do see several packs that are not guarding it. They're walking around it. They don't see it. They haven't been by it, but they're by it, but not by it, if you know what I mean. They're like not on top of it, but they're about a good maybe a mile out from it. So if you're careful, you can get around them.
All right. So the next piece looks like it's either next to or kind of in Lake Michigan.
Fun times.
Yeah. I don't know what's worse, Umbra Lake Michigan or regular Lake Michigan.
Everything
I
is
would
worse here
assume
right now,
Umbra.
so why not?
I don't want to find out.
Hey, Caleb, would it help if I just pushed you? Look out.
No,
Over with.
please, no. Let's
Well, we know where it is, so let's get
That's
going.
worst case. Get
Yes.
it over with.
The other
get it
thing
over
we
with.
the other thing we should note is we can start flying, but there are BST patrols there in the area. Definitely not like here, but they are definitely in the area, about a mile out.
Sneak by.
So let's land somewhere nearby so that we aren't standing out obvious, and then see if we can get through.
Hey,
I am
did
of
they
the
know we have
mind.
wings?
Some of them do. I don't know how much they communicate.
We haven't heard any
I-
BSD howls, so they're not communicating that way.
I am honestly of the mind of watching their patrol schedule, picking the smallest one, culling it, so we can pass without of much of a hassle. Sneaking around at so many packs sounds like a dangerous pursuit, and if they notice us, all of them are going to go over us.
I don't really want to do that again.
We did a fun trick with breaking the floor the first time. I don't think it was going to work again.
I've
Yes,
still
but
got a few tricks for them.
we're all here now. It's not just one of us.
Hmm.
We just
There's
have to
two
be
of
quick.
us.
And now there's 5 of us.
Exactly. Cool. So are we on our way or did we head now?
Let's
Yes.
really go.
And as you guys take flight again, I can't believe I'm saying this about werewolves. Really, I can't. But here we are. You do take flight again, and now descending from the 85th floor of a skyscraper, you head south. You do go over patrols, as Archie was telling you. You do see wayward creatures that you're not even sure what the hell they are. The Umbra is a weird, twisted place, almost like a dilapidated hope and a dream that just never made it. Corrupted, tainted, twisted. And as you get closer to the south, Archie, you lead them to what looks like, or what used to be, a marina. What's left of any boats are capsized, half sunken. Looks like a complete and utter wreck.
Mhm.
The boathouse itself, barely standing. Maybe has 2 walls on it. The lake. It's not that normal sound of water just rushing onto the shore. It's this black, inky, puddly kind of blurp. And as you hear it smashing against what could be the shore or the broken boats, it's like a pudding of thunk, thunk. And Archie, you can see it's no more than maybe 6-7 feet underneath the water. There is that glowing part of it, that little glow to where the piece is.
Well, I point down. About 3/4 of a Crinus down there.
How sturdy is
Cool.
what we're landing on? Because Caleb at this point has been getting more and more shaken up, and I'm kind of thinking he might thud down hard.
Tell me where you're landing. You can land on the shore. You can land on a dilapidated half standing wharf. Where are you landing? You tell me.
Where did Archie lead us?
Probably the end of the dock, and then moved out as I got close. I wouldn't have landed directly next to the water. Probably like a little ways in.
Did Archie point out where the piece of the totem was?
Once I got closer, once I walked up, yeah.
Cool. Sean just drops right in a dive.
Oh, well. She's just like rids herself with the wings and dives into.
Well, that
Lucius
answers
goes
that.
third.
Okay. That's
Well,
3
guys, we're-
successes on Dex Athletics.
Okay.
Well, we are a pack, so let's.
Are you all going in?
Sean just like calls back using mind speech, just
Mhm.
like the fewer of us that touch this water, the better.
Okay.
We have 3.
I will
Just be ready to haul me out.
land nearby.
Caleb and Archie, are you going in, Lucius, or are you just kind of?
Lucius is going in. Lucius is going in. Dex Athletics?
Great.
I'm gonna stay out
Sure.
with Caleb.
Okay.
This is fine. All fine. This cannot go wrong. Nobody listens to the Putinesca. It's all fine.
Caleb's just going to start looking around to see if there's any rope or anything he can grab that he's going to need to pull these idiots out when they get back.
There is
successes.
rope. Got you. There is rope. It's frayed. Some of it's destroyed. Some of it's got rot on it. Yeah, sure. You could attempt to try and pull them up. But I don't know if that's going to happen. What form has Lucius, Maya, and Sean taken, by the way?
Krinos.
Prinus.
I'm probably Glabro.
Okay. And as you guys descend into the murky, pudding-like water, we're going to go to break. Because,
Yay.
oh God, why? Here we are. Good thing I did not try and make a plan tonight. So we'll see you guys in about 10. Because this will be fine. Hi, everyone. As you've seen from before break, we had 3 guru decide to jump into the muddy, murky water of Lake Michigan on the Umbro side. Not the best idea, but it was an action.
Impatient Flaw Go Burr.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So Sean and Lucius are in Krynos form, and we have Maya in Galabro form. And
Yeah.
as you guys go down into the water, are we all going down head first?
No.
No, his feet first.
Thought
Just fell from the sky.
that's fine. Rather ask than assume. So as you guys go feet first into this water, the consistency is sludge, pretty much. You're feeling that toxicity You're feeling the worm taint. You're feeling everything that you fight for Gaia in. This is the physical compilation of everything. And as this goes on, as you go sink down into it, you guys are taller than what you need to. But at the same time, you feel that ickiness, that grossness. Archie, are you going to tell him where it's at?
I mean, he said he pointed it out, so
Yeah.
Sean dropped pretty much
Yes.
right where he pointed
Okay.
the
I
totem.
said about 7-ish, 8-ish feet down.
Okay.
Mhm.
And as you get down there, you're Krynos, so you're about what, 9-10 feet?
12.
12. Okay, 12 feet. So it's like the water's like going up to your chest, but you feel it. When you hit the sediment's kind of a sand. Sandy, slightly rocky, but you can feel this warmth from underneath your feet. You're going to have to go and dig for it.
Okay. Sean's like, stay up here just in case. And then he takes a deep breath and just drops under and starts digging.
And as
We're
you go
going to need to be super cleansed. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you dig into the murky water, Sean, it's funny how memories come up, surrounded by, the worm, the filth. The question is that as you are doing this, who was the family member you killed? You killed them
Mm-hmm.
to hide a secret.
Yep.
A secret that you're Garou. Who was it?
It was his first cousin and his best friend,
And why?
Salvatore.
How did you do it?
We were supposed to be going somewhere to talk with a different family. And Sean's a talker. That's what's gotten him, his position in the family is he's really, really good at talking to people because werewolf gifts. And so Sean was the first to walk in and he ate a shotgun blast straight to the chest. He went Krynos. And they didn't have silver, so he tore them apart, but his cousin saw it. So he had to go too.
How did you kill your cousin?
Took his head off.
How long had he been a kindred?
Hmm?
How long had he been a kindred?
He'd been a kindred about 3 years.
So as you took his head off and his limp body fell to the floor, how did it make you feel?
He hated it.
And as you looked at Sarah's body, knowing that she had died defending Maya, how did you feel looking at her body? Somebody you barely knew, but at the same time, you were a warrior working with her.
It wasn't the same. He'd
No
grown up
way.
with Salvatore. He'd known him his entire life. They'd gone to school together. They'd had their first drinks together. When Salvatore got turned, Sean was one of the first people he told when he was allowed to.
And as you go through this, you feel the peace sliding into your hand. You feel the warmth on your clawed paw
Mm-hmm.
/ hand.
Well, it's Paw. It's the same one that killed Salvatore.
And you hear this voice of, I still remember you, echoing in your head.
Sorry, could you repeat that a little louder, Jeannie?
You hear a voice in your head going, I still remember you. I'm still here with you.
Yes, well, that's what we do in our family, isn't it? Stick around much longer than we're supposed to.
Don't think I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, well,
I'll
you did
poke
what
you
you
around
had to
next
do.
time. I'm not done yet.
And you never will be.
And Sean, now you feel that warmth resonating into your hand and up your arm. Are you going to surface?
Yeah.
It doesn't take long before Maya and Lucius see him come back up.
Okay, got
You
it.
good?
Good.
You
Yeah.
sure?
Let's just get out of this worm-tainted water.
Lucius is gonna help both of them out.
I've been trying to weave the pieces of rope together. Have I had any success?
You got a nice bit of rope to go. It's not your best work, but it's not bad.
He'll lower down what he's got and see if he can help them get up.
He's gonna take it and help them both to get out before he himself goes.
Those that were in the water, yeah, you feel it. There's just things crawling all over you that you don't want to know. You can feel that worm on you, except for the one that's immune to worm, but at the same time can still feel things in his head being spoken to him about.
Mm-hmm.
It may or may not have exposed him as being haunted. Who knew? Yes, Archie.
Would the rite of cleansing help? Or
Sure, let's try that.
okay,
You do have a bit of self-doubt in you. What the eagle said to you does resonate within you. While you are performing this, just so you know.
Like, I'm not really sure we're gonna get less sturdy coming up, but okay.
I mean, you get
And-
Archie throwing water at you and brushing you with a branch and running around in a circle. Who doesn't want to see
Sage
that?
me.
only one success is required. Difficulty level depends on the level of taint.
How many successes did you have?
I haven't rolled it. It was just
Okay.
the same wits.
I'm
and,
saying about six-ish right
Okay.
now because they were in a lake. The lake is pretty worm tainted.
Yeah.
I mean, John just found out that he's haunted by his cousin. I mean, here we go.
I got 4.
When you grow up in one of the families, like,
Yeah, you don't clean
they're
them
called
off.
the necromancers for a reason.
You're not wrong. You don't completely cleanse them, but you give them a nice kind of rinse because, I mean, you're in the Umbra. You do notice that there is a ghost that is attached now to Sean. And he's just needling him in his ear.
Sean just hands the piece of the totem over to Archie.
Thanks. You can hold on to it if you want. You found it.
You keep it.
You probably already know, but you have a new friend.
No, he's been there a while. Just taking a dip in the lake gave him a chance to talk.
Oh, good.
Well, like a parasite? Do you need to be wormed?
No, it's not my thing to tell. So
I do believe it's a different kind of worm.
You get me. Get me, Lucius. It's whatever. We're next.
tough crowd.
It's more of a leech than a worm.
Aren't they both worms?
All
we should head to the next one and try to not draw as much attention.
Yeah.
Right. We have 3.
I mean, I thought that was pretty successful.
Okay. So before we take off, we've got 3 pieces going for the 4th. Assuming we pass whatever comes next, Eagle will tell me where the 5th is.
Okay.
All right.
That's probably easy, right?
Oh, I'm sure. Eagle seems gentle.
So then we have nothing to fear.
Nope, I'm not scared. You're scared.
Do we have to
Get
fly there
going.
again?
Oh, yeah.
Caleb, you know what to do.
Yep.
Caleb's scared. Caleb's super scared.
The next one's going to be in the heart of Milwaukee. What's known as a history museum. You still, you're getting it's edging on you, Caleb. Yeah, you're skirting around, but at the same time, it's now building up an annoyance. The history museum is actually only about 3 stories, and in the heart of the heart of the city. And as you launch up to fly there, you are glad that you took the time because you see the different patrols moving about, and they were actually about to go down to that dock. So you actually missed them in time. But I can't stop what other things are doing. As you get closer to the heart of the city, you see more and more patrols. You see part of where you're going, there are people in there. Looks like a party. Party meaning one can mix one with another as they're talking to people. New people, actually. Those that have just walked the spiral, that have just turned. They haven't even been corrupted enough yet. But this party is to bring them into the fold. They've gone through their rites. They've gone through the dance. Now they're learning exactly what they have to do. I'm going to assume that you all decided not to go in the front doors. And you can see through the holes in the roof. You can hear with somebody's heightened senses that you have discerned what this party is about. But somewhere in this building, there is a piece of the eagle in here. It's on the first floor. Not in the nature section, which many people would have thought. More of an older, more cherished part where the eagle was revered for the spirit and totem it is. More into the North American native exhibits. And Archie, you can feel the Uktena. You can feel the spirits around it, being that you are so close to the black spirals. I turn to the players to tell me what you guys are going to do.
Why would someone do that?
Do what? Dance the spiral?
Yeah.
Maybe they were tricked. Maybe they were driven mad. Maybe they were indoctrinated from birth. Who knows?
I do consider desperation a big thing about that. You see everything and you have no way to fight, or at least you think you don't. And then you see an easy way out. Those of my, he pointed his horns, have problems integrating themselves.
There's never an easy way out. Everything sucks. So,
did Archie tell us about the? Are we assuming Archie told us about the Uktena spirits?
Yes, those are the ones. I mentioned them up in the first.
Okay.
Second. Yeah.
Is there some way we could either appease the Uktena by doing something with the black spirals, or could we possibly pit one against the other and get behind them?
Well, there's a couple things come to mind. First off, we have to get to the spirits, which
Mhm.
that building is chock full of BSD. We have to either figure something out, but that's the first problem. The second problem, of course, is, like you mentioned, the spirits. Like, on the best of days, you kind of don't really like the rest of us. And their spirits are already pissed off. So I don't
Fair.
know. I don't know how much we're going to be able to manipulate them, if at all.
I'm not saying manipulate. I'm trying to think of appease or
Okay.
satisfy. I know they don't like us with great justification. I can't imagine they like the BSDs either.
So what would they want?
Is there a roll that we can make to try and guess what the spirits might be more satisfied with? Like enigmas or something?
You can do intelligence enigmas.
Could roll that. Ginny, would creative logic apply to this?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Also, add
Hey.
another. Anyone else who's rolling it, add a die for supporter merit.
Could I roll wits and enigma instead? Try and get something quick or...
Sure.
Okay. I have a specialty called cold-headed.
I'm thinking trivia would not apply here.
No.
So 3.
Could I do
rolled
something
a
with
2.
a cult? Would a cult work?
Okay.
Junie, would a cult work or anything?
Sure.
Wits or intelligence?
Whichever's higher.
Okay.
I have a question. The rules of willpower, can we utilize to reroll up to 3 dice as well?
Yes. I'll allow
Ooh.
either the V5 version or the standard 20.
I'm doing
Okay.
that. Spending
What does that cost? Does
willpower.
that cost 1 willpower, per
willpower.
dice? Or just 1 total?
1 willpower, up to 3 rerolls.
Okay. I'm doing that too then.
With wits enigmas, I got 6.
Okay. And what are you using with the wits enigmas? What are you looking for exactly?
I am trying to, I guess, try to figure out a way where we can either distract one with the other or skirt them entirely.
Okay. All right. All right. Everything that is going on, what you're all rolling. I'm going to say this as a group answer. With depending on how you are, what you're rolling, the ones that are rolling enigmas, there's about 20 people here. About 10 that are new, maybe 15 that are new, 5 that are older. The ones that are older seem to have rank, not just they're a rank higher, but they have rank. For Archie, you know that you can talk to the lieutenant spirits, and you are not the only theurge here. They've noticed you, but you see that they are actually angry at another one. Her name is Luthul. And you can hear from what the spirits are saying, her name of Luthul, also known as Young Snatcher. She's a rank 5 theurge, and they are trying to get her out. She's flanked by an Arun and a Philodox. And with all of you knowing just how many the population here, and what Archie knows from what the spirits are saying, there is a way you could pit one against the other or help one with the other. You can fight. You can sneak around. You can try and empower the spirits if you can. It depends on how you want to do this. How do you want to get around?
Could we
Lucius,
Mhm.
are there enough holes in this roof for you to bring it down on top of them?
Lucius takes a look to the roof, trying to gauge if it's possible. If this roof is structurally not good enough, so some quick jabs at strength might bring it down.
The holes in the roof, and there are a couple, not a whole lot. It looks like some of them have been patched. The ones that haven't been patched looks like on the corners. So we'll give a little bit of structural weakness around the top parts of where the upper walls are for the second floor. The ones that are patched up, it looks like somebody decided to slam concrete right into the middle of it. So you'd actually have to be hitting it for some time to get that unlodged.
Hmm.
There are some of the cracks from those holes that are on the corners are starting to create more structural weakness around the edges or slowly around the roof, but it's not complete.
I want to bring that one to the spirits, and he'll gesture, assuming Archie pointed out and explained and everything, he'll gesture at the Theurge down there and bring her to judgment. She seems to have upset them. Let them make the decision what happens to her.
She's
We get rid of the others.
She is.
I vote for coordinating. See if we can get one of these spirits to talk. See if we can't coordinate. Because what we don't want, there's a lot of them, and there's only 5 of us. We don't want any of them escaping and getting to one of the other patrols outside. Because we know the patrols are a lot tougher than the 10 or 15 newbies they have in there.
To answer your question, Sean, it would be needed a lot of work. A group effort, at least. I don't think we have the time.
Okay. It was worth a
So-
check.
Yeah.
Are there?
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Are there any other either first or second floor entrances or ways in?
There is a rooftop door. It looks like it's been boarded and chained up to stop whatever from getting in. It won't take you long to dismantle it.
I have intrusion.
I have open seal.
It won't take long indeed.
By all means.
Yeah, I think we should talk to them. Try to talk to the spirit, at least one of the spirits, see if we can coordinate.
See if we can get in through that door and get to them before we meet the BSDs.
Well, if I'm on the roof, can I? They know I'm there.
Yep.
I know they're
Sure
there.
do.
Can I beckon?
Sure
So-
can.
Okay.
Question, Ginny.
yeah.
Can
Mhm.
Sean see the Arun, Theurge, and Philodox from where they are on the roof?
No, they're inside the building. You can't see from one of those small holes that's kind of like about yay big.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the gathering. You can see them walking in and out. You can't really see the whole body of them, but
Mm-hmm.
they're also moving around. So they're not always in line of sight.
Gotcha. Well, Sean would just be standing by one of the holes, his gun out, just watching, waiting to see what happens.
And Archie, as you summon a spirit, or at least one of these Yuktana spirits, it takes a moment.
Mhm.
Because somebody's got to disengage from what they're trying to do. And slowly, in the shape of what looks like, it's not really an eagle, but it's more of like a concentrated flying. You're not even sure what kind of bird it is. It's been changed and it's full of hate. So it's not the usual standard kind of spirit that just wasps in. It kind of swoops right into your face. Like, what do you want?
And I make sure I beckoned it. I asked for it to come. Not.
Oh, yeah,
didn't
it
pull.
understands.
Okay.
It's upset and it's full of rage. It's not directed towards you, but that's what its current feeling is. And I'm going to let all the Guru here feel that once this angered spirit comes into Archie's purview, you all feel the anger. You feel more rage.
And I'll be quiet and I'll keep my hands up.
Just as a question, does that add to our temporary rage?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So, thank you for coming. I understand.
Spit it out, Guru.
I understand. One of my auspice down there is causing you trouble.
Can't get her to go.
We can help.
What are
But
you going to do?
we can help, but we need
You're going to
someone
help,
to make
but
someone needs to make sure that none of them escaped the building.
what do you
in your
want me to
spirit.
do?
Harass them, attack them. I don't know.
So you're
Take
making
out-
me make this up? Okay, fine. We're
Yeah.
trying to. Unfortunately, she could swat flying knives at her. Who knew?
Who knew?
Next, we'll
You
do
better-
spears.
Unless you guys have anything else you think might be useful.
Lucius
amenable.
is going to go forward,
Mhm.
and he's going to crouch to get on the level of the spirit. I speak from justice. I see that what has been done to you is terrible, and we would like to make an amend, if possible. For that, we plan on either taking her out or taking her to you, so you can pass and cast your own judgment.
What
What's
do you know
preferred?
about justice? It will ask
And,
Archie.
Hmm? I know about justice.
He says that he knows about justice. What does he know about it?
Does he know? I mean, I can see it. He has justice's blindfold on. He's attuned with the spirits of justice.
But look at him.
Yeah,
What does he know about it? He's been mistreated all of his life.
right. And he's still here and he still goes on day by day, step after step. I don't know what else to tell you. It's
Lucius is going to simply say, I have been mistreated, but I am not about to lash out to those who did the mistreatment. Everyone needs to be treated fairly. And is there a test I can do to try and convince the spirit?
Yeah. As you're talking, first, just to say, as you're talking, your worst feeling, your worst moments were that you had to kill innocents.
Mm-hmm.
You had to kill innocents. And I believe it was worm-tainted for Morai to save your kin and Guru. And as the spirit kind of looks at your face, you feel and remember that memory. The screaming, the crying out, the innocents that you had slaughtered. Did they get the justice they deserved? You as a Metis, what do you know about justice when you have ill-executed that? Roll me your rage, please.
Yes. Good thing that we recovered more rage, right?
Yeah, I know. It's fine.
The difficulty would be normally 4, but I have calm heart, so that's 6.
Correct, but you still have to roll to see what you get.
Yes. Oh my god.
And plus, you added more rage. It's fine.
Got. How's spending willpower? Do I want successes or not? I don't want successes, right?
Yeah.
You don't want successes. But
No
how many
successes.
successes did you get?
I got 3. I asked because if
Okay,
I
you-
wanted
you-
successes, I could get more.
You're good.
No,
You're good.
You're
You're
good.
good. You
4
as
is the
you-
danger zone.
Exactly. But you're close to the danger zone. You feel it. You feel that rage. You feel that memory burning you. You feel that injustice, though you're calling for justice. And you feel that spirit pushing you, testing you, seeing exactly what you're made of.
I know about justice, as I have been injusticed before, as I did injustice before, and I was led in the way that I crave and I follow by my own fight. For I took the easy path before, and I vouched to never again.
Spirit moves back a little bit from Lucius and from you, Archie, and says, "Give me a minute." And it will go down into one of the holes.
All right. I'm just going to hold up a finger until because Lucius. I don't want to out loud knock this because I don't want the hear us, obviously.
Oh,
John's
Lucius,
just waiting, the gun aimed through the hole.
Oh, we have the mind speak. I forgot. I keep
Yeah.
just whatever.
Caleb also has moved and he's the theurge offends his sense of justice, and he's ready to go aim for her specifically and standing still as he can.
Or are we frozen again? Are we?
Yeah, just whatever. What Lucius said had an effect on the spirit. It's gone back to talk.
Is an unexpectedly solid orator.
He is indeed, and I'll clap him on the shoulder.
Lucius just
He is our wise one.
You soon hear the clattering of things below.
Mm-mm.
You hear people leaving. Almost like, let's go. Let's get out. Let's move. We have to go do some stuff. We heard there's a pack around here. Let's start hunting for them. You 5 go here. You 6 go that way. You guys go over here. We're going to let these other people turn around. We'll find them. Don't worry. We're not going to howl yet. We don't want them to know that we know yet. And soon, Spirit comes up to Archie, points down, and you almost see like this wing come up and give you almost like a thumbs up with a lot of feathers wavering around.
I love that vision.
You're welcome. Fine. We've got them scattered for a moment. What do you need and want?
I know you're protecting a piece of eagle.
We are.
We seek that piece. And in return, we can deal with, did you say Lotha?
We put her on a path away from you for the moment. Let the horned one get it.
Okay. They want you, Lucius.
Lucius gets up, cracks his neck. Y'all know what to do if I don't come back.
Mm-hmm.
No, shh.
But
Maya,
I will.
roll your rage.
Oh man, I'm gonna be wicked
Fair.
drunk by the end of
That's
this.
fair.
I can't even give a dramatic pause.
Sorry.
Of course you can. You're a Garu. You have 4 of them.
There's only 2.
Okay. That regret is still bubbling up inside of you, Maya. It's building up slowly within you. Lucius, as you go down the door is open. How, if Caleb and Maya were able to open that up, you don't know. You're paying attention, getting it looked down by a spirit. But as you go down the stairs, you can see once you get into the second level, there was a big party. There was a big initiation. You can see actually from the main staircase that winds down into the center where the spiral dance takes place. You can see the spiral itself. It's this long, twisted, dark, green road. And it just takes a little bit of pausing. I know you wouldn't do it, but there are others that would, others that have, others that did tonight walk that path. And as a spirit, you can feel it because it's almost like winged hand has almost hold on to yours to lead you past that, pass into more the naturistic point. And you'll see in the Native American section where there is an eagle totem down at the base part, you feel this ghost-like wing pushing your hand towards the beak. Do you touch it?
Lucius does.
Once you touch the beak, this mouth drops open and you see a shard.
He takes it.
You hear in your head, run.
He doesn't question it. He books it.
It doesn't take long for Lucius to join you guys.
Maya's like sprinting for the door when he comes back. She didn't wait. She didn't wait very long.
All right.
Archie.
Lucius?
When,
Lucius.
as soon as Lucius gets on there, y'all see that he is in his pool. He spreads his wings and you all hear in your heads through the mental link, fly up. We're no fools. And we fly.
All right.
Yeah, swoosh.
I love Caleb's grabbing his dice. Best trained player ever.
I know what's coming. I
Anytime
know
anyone
what's coming.
mentions flying, he's just going to reach for invisible dice for the rest of his
Not wrong.
fully
know what's
Pavloved
coming.
him.
Sean is waiting for everyone else to take off. He's going to be the last one off the roof.
One success.
Oh. Oh, Caleb. As Lucius spreads his wings and flies, as you see Archie and Maya probably getting ready to go, you're on a 2-story building, my guy, and your willpower just can't do it anymore. You buckle, you fall to your knees, and just the fear overtakes you. I need you to roll me your rage, please.
Okay.
Quick question. Is Caleb in his Hamid form still?
Yes.
Cool.
It's fine. It's all fine.
And diff is still 8 because it's 6 plus the 2, right?
Correct.
Okay, so 3 successes.
You're on that verge. You are right there. You didn't get the 4, which is fine. But that fear, that rage, question for you, Caleb.
Hmm?
What was your worst failure?
I had been sent out to investigate. I'd been sent to check on another pack member, or not another member of the Cairn. And I saw them. They were talking with BSDs. But I knew them. I felt for them. I knew they'd had a hard life. So instead of reporting them, I tried to talk to them. And I talked to them, and then I let them go. And they fell later.
And you've questioned your judgment ever since, haven't you?
Yes.
What kind of guru are you? Are you even worthy of being a Gyra's guru? Shouldn't you walk that path yourself? That spiral down below? It's calling to you. It knows you're weak. It can make you stronger. All you have to do is go down 2 flights of stairs and walk a simple spiral. You know you can do that. That would make you stronger. You wouldn't fall anymore. You wouldn't be weak. You wouldn't question yourself, Caleb. Don't you want to be stronger? Don't you want to be more powerful? You
Need to be
overcome
right.
this.
I need to be right. I can't be wrong again.
How many times have you been wrong, Caleb?
Enough. Too much.
That spiral is starting to call you, isn't it? Roll me your
Spiral's
unspent
wrong. I
willpower.
can't. Sorry, what was that?
You're totally fine. Roll your unspent willpower. Sean,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
you do start seeing him. You do see Caleb struggling. You do see him buckle to his knees. I'm going to let him roll his willpower first before you do anything.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to give Archie, Maya, and Lucius a moment.
What's my diff?
Just a second. 6.
Was
Does
Caleb
Sean
talking
see
out
any
loud?
BSDs through the holes in the roof?
3 success.
They're all gone. Okay.
3 successes. That road's really calling to you. It is beckoning you. You know you can be powerful with this. I will let Sean and then Maya, Lucius, and Archie respond. Sean, I'll let you go first.
Yep.
Because you're right there.
I just need to add a die. Because Sean is in Krenos form.
Yeah, that's a whole ass thing.
And so 4 successes for him to just leap over, grab Caleb up under his arm like a football, and just start flying after Lucius.
Okay. As you do that, Maya, Lucius, and Archie, I will give you a chance to look back if you choose to respond.
I do look back because I noticed they're not up with us. And I see
I do
Sean
believe.
holding.
You
I
see
have
sorry. You see Caleb limp and hurling up his guts. He's overcome.
Go ahead, Lucius.
I had a question. Was what Caleb was saying, like, was he saying that out loud?
Yes. Yes, he was absolutely saying that out loud. He was having an internal argument, but it was coming out.
Was it coming out verbally or through the mental link, I think is the question. Because the others had already flown. Sean was the only one who would have been close enough to hear it.
He does have
Verbally.
mental speech as well, so I think he would default to that right now because that's what we've been using. So yes, mental speech, but he would be actively saying it in the mental speech.
So you all heard him.
Maya's gonna drop back basically to hang closer to Sean in case Caleb puts up a fight.
Lucius is gonna fly to Archie, give him the piece, and then go back.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go back too. Just we need to stay together.
Wolves flying in formation.
Eagle formation.
Eagle formation or a flying V? I mean,
Whatever.
What
Eagle
formation do
sounded cooler.
owls fly in? There you go.
As long as you guys aren't doing the Canadian geese formation, I'm fine. As you all form back together, where are you taking them, Archie? Are you going to the fifth piece, or are you going to give them a chance to find a place to rest for a moment?
Does Between the Cracks work in the Umbra?
I'm gonna let it because I think you need it.
So let's look that up real quick.
You don't realize it yet, but you almost lost somebody to the spiral.
Yep. Oh, willpower. The player spends a point of willpower and rolls wit streetwise. Difficulty 5.
Go for it. I believe in you.
Me too. And streetwise free. 1, 2, 4. 4 successes.
With 4 successes, as you drop back, you do see what looks like a building. It's about a 5-story. You know, in that 5th level is a completely intact apartment. Give you guys all a moment to rest. You've been pushing yourself hard.
Yeah.
You've survived. You've gotten Maya safe. You've got another piece from the lake. You've gotten something else here. Yeah, this is a good place to take a moment to breathe and find out what's going on.
Yeah, I'll tell them. There's a place. It's should be safer. It's and free from whatever's going on here. We can rest for a minute. I think we need it.
okay, lead the way.
Okay,
Because
I'll lead them.
Doesn't take long. It's literally about 3 minutes from where you were at. And he shows you how to get in to where the apartment is. It's easy to slip in. Put Caleb's feet on the ground and give him a chance to breathe, as he has rather upchucked all over or a bit around Milwaukee now. So
if you put Caleb's feet down and let him go, he's going to collapse and start shaking.
Sean just keeps a paw on his shoulder, and it's just like, hey, you didn't give in. You fought it. You won. No one can ask you any more than that.
We're not going to let you get hurt like that, man. Promise.
It's not me. It's them.
What's that?
The ones who fall. I can't fail more like them.
Hey.
They've been failed by too many. I can't fail more like them.
Caleb, they each had the choice like you did. You chose not to go that way. They could have done the same. You cannot put that responsibility on yourself. Okay?
Lucius said to Maya earlier.
Their choices are theirs. Yours are yours.
The whole world sucks. And like, as much as we're supposed to save it, we can only do so much, right?
Need to save them, and I can't save those. They're gone.
Right.
So we save the ones who haven't gone yet.
Right. Like you did earlier with the people in the carts.
Yes. You're right. It
sucks.
It sucks.
Lucius is gonna kneel down to him and say, we've been putting you specifically through a lot. Our mission is important, yes, but we are not a pack if we neglect. our needs and our limitations. I'm sorry, even though it is a tactical advantage, I cannot vouch for us to go up in the sky. We shall head with difficulty, but together in the ground.
If we need to, I can try again, but I would appreciate some time.
No, whatever. I've
You've
spent
got
my
it.
life
We
on my
can-
feet.
We can take some time to rest also.
We're safe here. Safe-ish. Because it looks like a real apartment, uncorrupted, right? Essentially, yeah.
They can't cover every bit of Milwaukee. So
Right. Gaia finds a way.
We shall too. As long as we don't part ways.
So let's take a little bit to rest, recover, make sure we're in our best shape, because if the past has taught me anything, once we get this last piece, we're going to have to make a break for it, and who knows what's going to be coming after us. So we need to be in our best shape before we get this last piece.
Yes.
Need a plan.
I will stand watch.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about it when we're ready, but for now, let's rest.
And as our guru take that break and rest for what's going to be possibly the fight of their lives, I'd like to thank the players, and I'd like to thank you, the viewers, for coming in for this night of mental and emotional trial where we might have almost lost a guru to the spiral. Shanky, take it away, please.
Oh, you should have done it just because nobody ever gets to see someone go to the spiral on screen. We should have had it happen.
You know,
Still
could have would
time.
have showed up, but this is the things that happen.
That's just because I'm an evil storyteller and I say that, you know. Please,
I mean,
everybody,
you killed.
join us on our Discord. The cast of this show comes from the Discord. All of our shows come from the Discord. We post up casting calls. People reply. They get picked. They don't get picked. Whatever. But that's where we cast our shows from. Plus, let's be fair. It's not just about the casting of the shows. We've got a good community. We've got a supportive community. So come on, pop over and hang out with us a bit. If you want to catch back episodes, not just of this particular stream, but all the other Queen's Gambit, the Dear God, all the World of Darkness. We apparently love our World of Darkness stuff. Plus our one-shots and our indie games we do. You can pop over to our YouTube if you want to see London Esoteric Society or D&D 5e. Pop over to the Ishvel channel. That's where those are kept. You want to get some studio merch, whatever, get it. Sign in, get it, whatever. Because, I mean, we don't really make any money on that. We don't try to. So you want to see some amazing content creators. One of them right there in the top, the storyteller tonight. Junie, tell everybody where they can find you.
On the internet, because that's where I live. It makes things so much easier. I'm just a construct that you can visually see. It's kind of weird and it's shady at times, but we don't judge the technocracy. We just nod and accept. So if you see me, I'm making things like this trash fire because life is a trash fire. Might as well just turn around, use it for pins, cushions, finding your favorite pencils, or, oh, look, and I can jab a pen into it. I do a lot of crafting, creating, and if I'm not here, I'm either playing, storytelling, or I'm over at rerolls, being a mage starting next week. Wait, what? Did I say something? And sometimes I'm over at Ravenous Archon's channel, where he's trying to be the lovable, scampy kind of storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And of course, Ravenous Archon was just mentioned. Pop over to his channel. Go see Mischievous Red. She streams when she's able. And of course, rerolls. He pop over to his channel. He's got some good games. Maya down there, Jenna Thieves. I know you do streams other places. Let everybody know where they can find you.
Yeah, I can be found over there on DMD RPG. Right now, I am running an Old Gods of Appalachia game. playing in a vampire game and playing in a Everyday Heroes Resident Evil style game.
That's okay. That's fun. And soon you'll be seen. Well, not soon, but after Queen's Gambit, you'll be seen here playing other games.
Soon
with
enough.
Us. Yeah, soon enough. Not enough time to get it done. I can tell you that much. Anyone else streaming anywhere? John, are you streaming anywhere else or just here still?
At the moment, just here. So.
Okay. And of course, if you want to support the players, bits and donations, everybody, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way for you, the viewers, to give something to the players. Only thing the studio takes out of that is the taxes, because, dear God, Uncle Sam wants his money all the fucking time. If you want to give something to the studio, you can subscribe on Twitch. The plus of that is you get no ads, but they take half. If you want to go over and pop over to KoFi, you can buy us a coffee, or, money's tight. You want to support the studio for free. Watch this on YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon, all that good shit. Everybody knows that stuff. Now, for the schedule this week, tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Call of Cthulhu, London Esoteric Society, where our British keeper of arcane lore, Tiss, is running her Victorian investigators through all kinds of stuff, and she refuses to kill your Annie, though I've been trying to bribe her, and so has Timber Brad. She still refuses to kill him. And matter of fact, she told me last week he's not going to die just because we want him dead. I'm
that's
upset.
why we call him your innie, not your outie.
That's right. He's in the game and not out of the game. I know. It's killing me. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Chicago Hidden City, where you will see, well, a number of the people right here, over half this cast, again, you will see at 8 p.m. Eastern in Chicago Hidden City with storyteller Junie Von Esch up there. Next week on Wednesday, we are back. Season 3 of Demon the Fallen, Demon the Road to Hell. They're going out to L.A. now. Lucifer was sighted. So it's time, as Mama says, Lucy got some splaining to do. Because she's a little bit upset at Lucifer still. Grudges are held a long time with demons, I'm just saying. And then, of course, Friday, the werewolves are done for a few weeks. Because Friday, the changelings start in Queen's Gambit. You'll have Maddox, the storyteller, with his cast as the changelings go to find out bad shit happening. Yep. So, of course, you definitely want to catch that. And as always, everybody, as we end these streams, mental health. It's not a joke. It's not a laughing matter. Please take your mental health seriously and take the mental health of others seriously. Check in around on your friends, your loved ones. Hell, check on people you kind of only like a little. Hell, make sure they're okay. A lot of people mask, and it's hard to tell who is struggling, and it just takes a kind word or somebody to reach out that lifeline to be the help they need. And if you suffer from mental health issues, I first of all want to say it's okay to not be okay. There's nothing wrong with admitting it, because mental health is health, and we all have ups and downs. So I want you to reach out to your support network, and if you don't feel you can, because I understand there's a stigma attached to it that shouldn't be, in text or in chat, there's a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There will be a professional on the other end of the line who can help you out. And especially if you're in crisis, please contact one of those numbers. And if you're not in the U.S., you can go to findahelpline.com and put in your country of origin and find out the helpline for your country, because mental health is health, and we want you to take care of yourselves. It's very important. And finally, since Mama McStabber isn't here, get your damn shots, get your vaccines, take care of your stuff there, register to vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. Yep, because some places, they like to purge voter rolls. You better confirm, especially because you're running out of time to register. Some states have different registration dates than others. So please make sure you register to vote. And vote for the party that is not banning books, screaming, let's defund everything in the government at once, especially FEMA. When FEMA was needed, the ones who don't try to shut the government down all the time, please don't vote for the ones who shut the government down, and want to cut Social Security and Medicare, take away women's rights, take away LGBTQIA plus rights. Just fuck it, vote blue. God damn it, just vote blue. Okay, it's important. And damn, I think I've rambled enough. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, get Ted Cruz the fuck out of Congress. Let me tell you, nobody likes Ted Cruz, even Ted Cruz. So get rid of him. So good night, everybody.